This question has kind of been circling around my head for a good while now. What matches would I show to a non-wrestling fan to try to convert them? And I mean, I've come up with my top five, and it's not necessarily what are the best matches in the company, like the top five greatest matches ever with the ones I would show. I don't mean it like that. I simply mean these are five matches that I think can capture certain aspects of the business and can convert someone to uh, becoming a wrestling fan. Again, these are not what I think are my favorites or the best matches. My favorite match isn't even on this countdown. So there's that. And if you disagree, I'm glad to hear why. I'm glad to hear what you think would be the best matches to show to a non wrestling fan to try and convert them to become a wrestling fan. I'm glad to hear it. You can make video response. Wait, no, you can't do that anymore. Can't you? New YouTube? I don't know. I'm not familiar with the new YouTube. Not really. I just upgraded my thing to Google Plus, so I'm still kind of learning the new system. Anyway, or you could share in the comments. I know the comment section screwed up. I haven't been able to make a comment for the past 8 weeks, but you know what? That's fine. I'm not here to talk about the new YouTube. I'm here to talk about the top five matches I would show to a non wrestling fan. Number five would be TLC 2 from WrestleMania 17, Edge and Christian versus the Dudley Boys versus the Hardy Boys. Why this match? Because this match screams short, sweet, to the point. We can always talk about the drama that are in wrestling matches or the technical wrestling, high spots and fast paced action. You get those two things with this match. This match just screams like, here's what this match is. This is an all out brawl. This is crazy spots. This is crazy stuff you'll never see in your life. These six guys delivered on WrestleMania 17. I consider this to be the best TLC match. Some say, SummerSlam was the better one. Some will say, hey, maybe TLC 3 or 4. But you know what? This one, in my opinion, has the most memorable spot with Edge spearing Jeff Hardy from the top of the ladder. Also, Rhino pushing Matt and Bubba off the ladders into the tables. I know they did a spot very similar to that in the SummerSlam one, but I always thought it came off more like crisp, more brutal in this match. This match is just the epitome of craziness, the epitome of spot to spot to spot to spot to spot, and you know what? It works. Sometimes I complain about matches just being all spots, but for here, it absolutely works. And for those who want to get into hardcore wrestling, who love these type of matches, this is the ideal match for them. All right, coming in at number four, we have, in my opinion, the greatest match in the history of the WWE, Razor Ramon versus Shawn Michaels, the ladder match from WrestleMania 10 for the Intercontinental Championship. Now, I chose this match for, one, basically because I believe, personally, that it is the best match in the company. Now, I know a lot of people don't think that. I know I'm in a very vast minority. I have yet to see someone who actually agrees with me when I say that this match is the greatest match in the history of the company. That being said, this match is still phenomenal. I mean, I know some people say it's overrated. I highly disagree. But this match is still phenomenal. And what would be great is if I showed all these matches back to back to back from 5 to 1, this would be a huge contrast from the TLC. You see these ladders for these high spots, but you see in the first ladder match that they simplified it, but it was still amazing. You know what I mean? Like Shawn Michaels, again, I'm not going to knock Scott Hall. Razor Ramon did he did well in this match too. I'm not going to knock him or anything, but this shows like the bare basics. This shows almost like evolution in the business. Because ladder matches aren't like this anymore, and that's both a good thing and a bad thing. Because we don't want to be seeing the same match over and over and over again. But then again, no ladder match has ever topped this match, so it's both a blessing and a curse. But to me, this match shows how the business has evolved and how the ladder matches evolved specifically, and branch out into TLC. And this match is a damn good match. Who wouldn't want to watch this match? And I would put this at number one, but again, my personal bias that it's the greatest match ever, so I'm not going to put it at number one for that. And a lot of people do consider this match overrated, so why would I want to show a newcomer something that a lot of people consider to be overrated? But you know what? I'd still show this match to anyone, highly recommend it to anyone who wants to see it. That being said, we go to number three, John Cena versus CM Punk. Money in the Bank 2011 for the WWE Championship. Now, the biggest driving factor for this match is its recentness, if you get what I'm saying. This match was very recent, last 2 years, And this match was huge. Like I do not remember seeing anything of this caliber ever. Like back when I watched, I bought this pay per view, and I rarely like I don't buy pay per views too often, especially like B pay per views like this. Like I'll occasionally buy Extreme Rules because that pay per view usually delivers. I'll always buy WrestleMania. I'll sometimes buy the Rumble. Not really. The last one I bought was 2012. Um, and I'll usually buy SummerSlam. Some cases I won't, but I've ever since 2011 I bought Money in the Bank every year because this pay per view always seems to deliver. And enough of that backstory, but this match just captured the imagination of so many new fans. Like even for someone like me who had been watching wrestling for a long time at this point, in my mind a long time, yeah, at least 10 years. This match was still something I really wasn't familiar with. This had a different feel to it. This had a feel that not a lot of matches of this era could really capture. Son of a bitch! God, stupid phone. Alright, anyway. This match captured the imagination of so many fans, and a lot of matches in this era really could not live up to this match. And I wouldn't say it's the best wrestled match ever, but by God, it's a 5-star match without a doubt. And the title change at the end, if that isn't electrifying, I don't know what is. And, I'm not going to say I'm going to show him this match bell to bell. I'm going to show him, the promo leading up to it. You feel it. Even if you're just, my brother who hadn't watched wrestling in forever just was still commenting about this match. He didn't watch it, but he knew how big it was just from the buzz of myself and the internet and all that. So this match would definitely get a lot of people to start watching wrestling again. In my opinion, it's a fantastic match and should not be overlooked in any way. Number 2, Bret Hart versus Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania 13, the submission match. Now, again, the vast majority will say this is the greatest match in the history of the company, and there's very little reason for me to say no to that. I agree that this match is amazing. I don't want to say it's overrated. I just think they're better matches, but I will still say it's a 5-star classic. I will still say it's one of the greatest matches in WrestleMania's history and just in the company's history altogether. What makes this match so special is that you guys know what it is. It's that still shot of Steve Austin in the sharpshooter with the blood dripping down his face and him screaming in pain and him rising his head up above the ring. It's a classic match, and it's a good brawl too. It's a good alternative. And I feel like some people have a stereotype in their mind that wrestling is just chair shots to the head, and some people have the stereotype that wrestling is just a bunch of guys putting wrist locks on. Uh, and this match kind of blends them together. I mean, you do have an all-out brawl, but you do have like wrestling put into it too, and the ending is absolutely phenomenal. And even someone who had never seen a wrestling match in their life, and someone who really wasn't familiar with the company at this time or even in 1997, would still realize that double turn. They would realize it. They would realize that Steve Austin might not have been the fan favorite going in, but he walked out the fan favorite. He got himself over with the fans. The fans accepted him. They'd realize that, I feel like, if they watched that match, and they'd realize that Bret Hart was headed down another road. So I would say that number 2 without a doubt. Number 1. When I made this list, this match instantly came to my head. And 5, 4, 3, and 2 were all 5 stars. TLC 2, Michael's Razor, Cena Punk, and Bret Austin, all 5 stars in my book. The number 1 match is not 5 stars. I mean, it's close. It's like 4.5, 4 3/4. I don't want to make it seem like it's like a 2-star match, but still, in my opinion, the number 1 match for any non-wrestling fan to watch is Brock Lesnar versus Eddie Guerrero at No Way Out 2004. Now, this might seem like a head scratcher in a way. I mean, no one's saying this match is a bad match. I've yet to see someone who say this match is overrated or it sucks. So, why this match? One reason, and that's the title change. I don't have to justify it with anything else. Eddie Guerrero winning the WWE title is, in my opinion, one of the, if not the most just emotional, greatest championship victories I've ever seen. You can go back and watch Eddie Guerrero winning the WWE title. The place is electric. Michael Cole is probably the best he ever will be on commentary. Again, it's not a knock to Michael, but he called this match perfectly. And so did Taz. The match is great too, and what I love is the fact that Eddie Guerrero technically cheated to win the victory because he did the DDT onto the WWE title. And it was great because he won the prize sticking to what he did best. It really isn't about the wrestling here as to why you should watch it. It's more about Eddie Guerrero's rise. You know, it's about him winning the title. It's about him capturing the gold. It's about him becoming the top guy. He is the one who fought so hard to get it, and now he gets the WWE title. And then when he wins and he jumps into the crowd, you know, how can you not feel happy for him? You know, it's a great moment. And it's, if a non-wrestling fan sees that moment, they're going to want to see more of it. Now, I might, you know, jump the gun by showing them one of the greatest WWE title victories ever, but you know, it's still a good stepping stone. So in my opinion, that is the definitive match to watch. It's not about the wrestling. And the wrestling portion of this match is amazing. It's not about that. It's about the emotion, and that's what they want to see.